Fellas, we're doing it. We're turning it down to world class because I am getting my butt handed to me by this video game. Also, I'm messing around with the camera angle and there's no sliders anymore. So that is how we're starting off today's episode of the Manchester City Career Mode. But yeah, what is up, you guys? It's Mental Hog back here for episode 6 of the Man City Career Mode. We are currently sitting, well, I couldn't show you based on this. Let's go ahead and in here, I think we're sitting 10th in the Premier League. Yeah, 10th in the Premier League. It's pretty bad. We are, I think, the worst defense. Yeah, tied. Well, just about the worst defense in the league. But offensively, we're also doing well. And we've got to claw our way back up the table in today's episode. We're also in the January transfer window. And I've made a couple decisions about players that are going to go on the chopping block and things that we're going to do to help progress this series along a little bit better. So I hope you guys are excited for that. If you are, make sure to show your support down below by dropping a like. Subscribe if you're new around here. About 80% of you watching are not subscribed. And also, we're about to hit 500 subscribers, which is nuts. I never thought when I started this journey that we would even get that far. So thank you guys so much for enjoying the content and showing your support. But let's continue to do that because now we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, about the decisions that I'm making for the January transfer window. I went ahead and I put Riyad Mahrez on the transfer list. Unfortunately, in 16 games, he's only got 5 goal contributions for us, so it just simply cannot be that he's going to be around getting game time. I like the guy in real life, he's amazing, but in FIFA, he just doesn't translate, and I've had this problem with him every year, and it sucks, and it is what it is. So, Riyad Mahrez on the chopping block. I'm also going to go ahead and try and loan out Cole Palmer, and also Gabriel Veron. He hasn't really been able to make much of an impact either. Only 5 appearances, 1 assist, which is not terrible for him, but I would like for him to go get game time elsewhere. Same thing with Cole Palmer. He's not done anything in the 3 games he's played. So we're going to try and bring in a new winger to help us out for the rest of the season. I think I know who I want that to be, but we'll wait until sales are made to make that decision. And then I don't remember if there's anybody else that I decided to loan out or sell or anything like that. I'm going to scroll through real fast. There was talk of me potentially selling Aymeric Laporte because I didn't like him in this FIFA. However, if you look at his stats, he's been involved in the most clean sheets out of any center back we have. He's been part of 8 of them, so obviously I'm just missing something. So we'll keep giving him a try this season. Maybe next season we'll go ahead and offload him and make some sort of decision there. But let's continue on now. We have an FA Cup game to start us off. Well, we're simming and simming and simming, and there is a transfer offer here from Aston Villa from Riyad Mahrez. As far as I know, they are currently competing for the Premier League title or top 4, so I don't know if it's a smart idea for us to actually sell him to Aston Villa. Let's take a look real fast at the Premier League standings and see where Aston Villa are, because if they are up there, I don't know that it's really a good idea to sell them off to them. They're doing pretty well, and I don't want them to get in our way as we try and fight for the title. So I'm actually gonna, if I'm gonna sell them to them, it's gonna have to be for a lot of money. So let's try and negotiate, see if we can get like way more money than we should. It says the top end of the market value we can get is 77 million. So if they're willing to give me like 80 or something like that, we'll talk. And I should have known Aston Villa don't have that kind of money, so they're out of there. FA Cup up against Ipswich. Going to make quite a few rotations for this one. Bernardo Silva going to get the captain's armband. Hopefully this is an easy win through to the next round. Surely this shouldn't be a problem for us. Yep, 4-1 win. Holland scores 2. Bernardo scores 2. Holland almost gets a hat trick but misses a penalty, and we're through. Now that is an interesting offer right there. Leicester City want to bring back Riyad Mahrez, and I think honestly it would just be smart business to let him go back there because pretty sure we would make money overall on that deal, and Leicester would really be the losers here, but they'll be getting a great player. I want to see real fast as well where they are in the Premier League before I make any sort of decision there, so let's check it out. Where are Leicester City? In real life, we all know that we should be looking here at the bottom. They only have 1 point after, what, 7 or 8 games in the Premier League? 7, I believe, and right now they are 6th. They're also kind of up there, sort of competing for maybe a top 6, top 4 spot. But honestly, I am more okay with selling him to Leicester because he's already been there. And that would be kind of a cool reuniting for Riyad Mahrez. So let's actually negotiate with Leicester. I'm willing to let him do this. Can we get him for 80 million perhaps off to Leicester? Wow, okay, that was easy. Brendan Rodgers, 80 million. They don't even have money to sack Brendan Rodgers in real life because they can't afford a fee to let him go. But in the video game, they can just have Mahrez. No problem. And I have agreed a 2-year loan deal for Cole Palmer to go to Galatasaray. I'm going to accept that and hope that he is also cool with that. And Benfica, the talent hub of Portugal, one of them at least, want Gabriel Veron. I think that'd be a very fitting move for him, so let's let that happen too. Cheeky little cutscene here. Pep Guardiola and the assistant coach walking Riyad Mahrez out the building. On one hand, obviously he should be unhappy. I guess he doesn't get to play Champions League football the rest of the year, but he's getting reunited with Leicester, a place that he made his name at, really. And nice little duffel bag. See you later, Mahrez. Have a good time at Leicester. And thank you for your services to Manchester City. It's such a sad cutscene, man. That's like, it's kind of rude. The guy at the front office is like, what is happening? I think we get graded on the transfers out as well, right? Do we get a price rating for getting rid of him? A C? You think we could have gotten more for Riyad Mahrez? At 80 million for somebody who's rated, like, valued at what, 56.5? I could have made 17.4 million more profit if you were more demanding. I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. So what that means for us in the immediate future is that we need somebody right here where Ortega currently is, somebody to occupy a wing spot that can So what that means for us is that obviously we need somebody to replace Ortega here on the bench, somebody who can play on either the left or the right wing. I saw lots of suggestions for a certain somebody. We'll talk about the two options that I have, well, a couple options I should say, that we have been suggested plenty of times. So we'll talk about those and maybe we'll ultimately decide on one of them. Okay, so these are the two options that I heard a lot of suggestions for, a lot of shouts for. We already talked about Vinny Jr. and why I probably won't bring him across to Manchester City, at least not this season or even in this series, because I want to use him in potentially a Real Madrid career mode, which we might even do after this. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are about maybe doing a Real Madrid career mode or even bringing Vinicius Jr. to the club. Could always be an option next season depending on how things go, but this season he's going to be off the cards. I think who I do want to go for this year is Rafael Leao and bring him to Manchester City. Reason why, he's 84 rated, so he's not going to demand to start over Phil Foden or Bernardo Silva right now, at least not anytime soon while he grows, but he's got amazing potential and he's a great player. He's a different profile of winger as well. He's very fast, he's kind of tall, and he's really good at finishing. Like some of our other wingers are not necessarily experts in that, and he kind of is. So that would be really good. He's doing amazingly at AC Milan, and he's a Portuguese player. We already have a couple of other Portuguese players at the club, so I feel like it would be a good adjustment for him to come across. He's got a big release clause, however, man, I can't stop coughing. I'm still getting over this throat problem I was having. Their asking price is 66.5 mil. I don't have to pay double that for his release clause. Apparently, I actually don't even have to pay the 66 mil. I wonder if his contract is expiring or something like that. So, could be around 53 million to bring him across. We'll start an initial negotiation, and I don't think that's gonna work, the 56 million, but we'll try. They know we're a cash-rich club. Let's offer 65 million and see what they say. So interesting, they want John Stones and 30 million, which is about 66 million in value. So I'm going to just get rid of that, and I'm going to offer 65 million just again, because now they know I don't want to do a player transfer. And 65 million actually works for Rafael Leao. I wonder if I could have gotten him for less. That's weird. I did just see as I tapped on this to start the negotiations, he did have 1 year left on his contract. Sporadic squad role, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He would be very happy to not necessarily play every game, but just be a part of the team. Get you on a 3-year contract. Oh, okay, he wants a 5-year contract at a sporadic role. I thought he would want to put that up pretty quickly. No release clause, and he's giving me his own wage that he wants, 155k, and a big signing bonus. This guy is moving for big money. Rafael Leao, a Manchester City player now on the left wing. Welcome to the club. Boom. And here he is, folks. We did it. Rafael Leao is here. Apparently, he's not quite superstar status. There's not people with cameras outside the door or anything like that. But he's here. We did it. We're bringing across a rather good player in Rafael Leao on a sporadic role. Pep's too busy to even say hi to him, really. And he's on the bike, doing his medical. Let's see what kind of kit number he ends up with. What kit number is even free? I think 26 is free. I'm not even sure. He looks good in that blue, though. He really does look pretty good in that. Still no real face. Puts on kit number 23. Not too bad. What do we get rated for this? 65 million from AC Milan. He was in the last year of his contract, so maybe we won't get a good price rating here. Yeah. Their asking price apparently 66.5, but I could have gotten him for less. Anyways, we have our transfer. We have our man on the left wing, Rafael Leao. So what we'll have to do now that we have him in the team is kind of figure out where he will play, where Jack Grealish might play. I know Jack Grealish scores goals for me, at least in sim games, no matter what side he's on, and he's scoring for me when I'm playing as well. It's actually pretty awesome. And so he could be on the right or the left, I guess. Bernardo Silva is really good on the right side. Foden's really fine on either side as well. So it's really just about figuring out where Leao is best, and then we'll kind of go from there and rotate accordingly, sort of. But this will help us big time as we fight back towards the top of the Premier League, and we have obviously Champions League football as well. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for these wingers to mix and match in different team assortments. Okay, and with that, it's time for our first game on World Class against Everton. They're playing their 5-4-1 formation. They've got that weird yellow kit that I totally kind of forgot that they even had. This is the team I'm rolling out with. Leao's getting his debut right away. Calvin Phillips, Gundogan in the midfield. A new center back pairing of John Stones and Akanji. I heard a lot of shouts for selling Laporte and actually rotating these two in and out of the starting lineup with Ruben Dias. So let's put them both on the pitch and see how they do here at home against Everton. We need 3 points, and I think world-class difficulty will help us feel a little bit more confident and have a little bit of an easier time. We should be winning every game anyway, really, so if it's too easy, it's too easy. We should be doing this anyway. All eyes are on this man. Rafael Leao is making his debut in the blue of Manchester City just 2 or 3 days after signing. And the Etihad sure is ready for this game. The De Bruyne Tifo is out. I totally forgot about these dynamic Tifos. We didn't have them on the PC last season in FIFA 22, so we have them now, and they're making full use of all these next-gen features. Let's get out there and trounce Everton. Oh, by the way, I'm also using a new camera angle. I'm using the EA broadcast or the EA special camera, and I actually kind of like it. I used it offline. I'm doing like a Wolves career mode just for fun so that I can learn the game a little bit better when I'm not recording these videos, and I enjoyed this camera angle. You can kind of see a little bit better. Oh, it's Myla Sarr at Everton. Whoa, he was rumored to join... I forget who he was rumored with. Was it Everton or Aston Villa? One of those two teams. I think we're rumored with signing him this season, but he's actually still, as far as I remember, at Watford. Oh, Mapai. His finishing is terrible, just like in real life. Haaland, okay, lays off a decent pass for Gundogan. Finding space. Oh, the shot from just inside, outside the box. I don't know, but Haaland with an assist. Gundo with a sick goal, man. I need to play him a little bit more because he's actually really, really decent. Knockout punch against Everton. That's a goal for us. That feels really, really nice. Nice little hypermotion graphic. We get to see the run from Gundo, and that's left-footed. I would say just inside the box, I guess. Sure, that's a firecracker. Top bins. Thank you very much. And see you, Frank Lampard. Second goal in the Premier League for Ilkay Gundogan, and it feels good. Bro, Cancelo. Get it on that. Well, I was trying to get it on his right foot, but hey, that works as well. Calvin Phillips, ready for that. Haaland, space. Oh, still space. Oh, 99 finishing will do that for you. 71st minute. He does actually have 99 finishing, by the way. Erling Haaland, second goal of the day. First for him. We'll love it. We're 2-0 up against Everton, and that actually makes sense for us to be 2-0 up against this team, so I don't feel too terrible about the world-class difficulty. It all started from Calvin Phillips picking up the loose ball, and my player did teleport a little bit there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes the players do just kind of teleport a bit. And it doesn't look great when it happens, but that's okay. Hopefully FIFA will patch that out. And in the meantime, I will just keep doing my thing. We need to keep clean sheets because we need to claw back that goal differential. And oh my gosh, Rafael Leao is just released for free here. Can he get a debut goal? Rafael Leao with a debut goal for Manchester City. And it was only a matter of time, the way we play our system. The Jesus celebration. He obviously likes him. And boom. Haaland with 2 assists today, is that right? Haaland is creating in the Premier League all of a sudden. By the way, before this, pretty sure he had 0 assists in the Premier League. And now today, 2. So that's excellent. Let's go ahead and make some subs for the final minutes of the game. I want to give Leao a chance to get a standing ovation. I would love to see Bernardo Silva get a few minutes. Gundo is a bit tired. Let's see, who else? Honestly, Haaland has been playing every single game, so let's give Alvarez a few minutes. That's 4 substitutions happening for you right now. Another one I want to do, let's do this. Cancelo over here, and Sergio Gomez at left back. I want to give him some game time. I do like him, and I want him to play some more. So 5 subs or 4 subs getting made after that third goal. Obviously, we are going to get the win here today, but we just need to make sure we defend as a unit and keep the clean sheet as well. Back inside for Jude Bellingham. To Kevin De Bruyne. Ball through here for Julian Alvarez. Oh my goodness. Finishing from range feels really, really good in FIFA 23 as well. And that is a 4-0 trouncing of Everton, which I would still say makes sense, honestly. I still don't think that the difficulty is an issue, but if we keep winning games 4-0, I will turn it back to Legendary. It's okay. I'll get trounced a few times. Why not? Julian Alvarez off the bench is able to make lots of impacts. I like it. You know what I don't like, though? That FIFA did him so dirty with the pace. He had like 10 more pace than this last FIFA, and all of a sudden he joins City, and they downgrade his pace. What is it with City players not having pace, man? I feel like that's the main reason why we get trounced by somebody like Liverpool, United. They have pace. We don't, because we're possession-based football, which we are. But, like, come on. We can still run. We still are fast. The only rapid player that we had in the starting lineup before I signed players was Haaland and Kyle Walker. Those are the only 2. But those are not the only 2 fast players in this team, and we know that for a fact. Oh, boy. I gave the ball away, got chipped, but the referee blew the whistle for a 4-0 win for us. We're back on track for 1 game. We got to continue that over many, many more. We have, what, 17 games left this season, and we have to play like that for all the rest of them. And the stats are not terrible. I mean, they got outclassed by us on just about every opportunity, but they had shots, they had expected goals, they just couldn't put in the back of the net. And today's man of the match is actually Joao Cancelo for running up and down all over the place. I'm surprised that it's not people who are getting assists and scoring goals and stuff. Haaland with a goal and 2 assists doesn't get man of the match. That's kind of crazy to me. Following that game, Cole Palmer agreed his 2-year loan deal to go to Galatasaray. I don't know what he's so upset about. He gets to go to Turkey, he gets to enjoy the culture, the food, the football is obviously the most important thing too, and he's got a couple years to develop and come back a better man. See you later, Cole Palmer. Enjoy your time. I like this kid. I loved watching him play for City, but like it just never works out for me and him in career mode. Every time I sign him in like a series, he just sucks and never grows and loses all his potential. And I don't want to see that happen in Manchester City for him again, so I want him to go out on loan. Also, I saw something a little concerning when I was looking at some stuff back there. Kyle Walker has a 1.5 years left on his contract, so does Phil Foden. So let's tie some of these important players for us down on some longer contracts. This is nuts. Maybe we'll give Kyle Walker a little pay raise to 200K, but he doesn't extend his contract. Oh, nice. And then Phil Foden, maybe we'll give him, I don't know, 220. 3-year extension. Thank you, Phil. And a rotation squad role when you're 88 rated. The guy is too nice. Okay, so now that we know that we have a really, really good team, I'm going to go ahead and send out the first team here for a game against Crystal Palace. And I feel confident that I can just sim this one and get a result, because I know when I can play, I can win. And that feels very, very good. The result is a 2-1 win. It's actually closer than I wanted. Haaland and De Bruyne are 2 main men on the score sheet. By the way, as I record this on my other monitor, I'm actually watching the League of Legends Worlds play-ins. I don't know if you guys are fans of League of Legends, but I've kind of played on and off for like a decade, honestly, and it sucks. It sucks that I like this game, but I do. And the World Championships for this season, season 12, are happening right now, and they're having play-ins for the group stages, kind of like how FIFA does the play-ins for the World Cup teams. It's kind of like that. Anyways, enough League of Legends talk. Gabriel Veron is going on his loan out to Benfica. Enjoy your time, and see you when you get back. Hopefully, we'll have a spot for you or something like that. I don't know, man. This guy's never going to play. I feel bad that I signed him. You can join the loan army of Manchester City. They always have so many good players that just go out on loan. It's kind of funny. There we go. Cheeky little second team assembled for the game in the FA Cup. It's the round of 32 now, and we're against Newcastle. It's actually a pretty big game, but I think this team can do fine. Gonna go ahead and quick sim. Again, if we get knocked out, this will really, really suck. 2-1. Haaland and Gundogan on the score sheet. Andre Silva, I think that's Andre Silva, plays for Newcastle. So does Marcus Thuram. And they almost made it close. They really almost made it pretty close. Whoa, that is a huge offer. Bayern Munich offering big boy money for Phil Foden. I'm blocking offers. I'm not selling that guy ever. Now we got a pretty fun game against Fulham at Craven Cottage. I love their stadium. I might honestly do a career mode with them at some point too. I'm going to go ahead and sim this one for now though with the first team. Should be an easy win, even though it's away from home. We do get a 4-2 result. That would have been a fun game. Premier League, Fantasy Premier League points all around. De Bruyne, Haaland with a brace, Laporte on the score sheet, and for them, Willian and Joao Palhinha. He is world class, by the way, Joao Palhinha. What a player. Good game. I just talked about maybe sending Laporte away to a big team eventually, like next season, and Wolves come in with an offer. I'm blocking him for the rest of the year. Until I care to sell him, I'm not letting you see any offers. Oh, and by the way, the board are starting to realize that we are trash in the Premier League, but we're climbing the table. We've made our way to 9th, and we are competing finally 4 spots a little bit higher up. We are on the same number of points as Arsenal. We're a point behind West Ham. We are 5 points outside of Europe there with Aston Villa. Leicester City, since signing Mahrez, are actually now in the top 4, so that might be a problem for us to have to overcome when we see them. But yeah, 6 points outside of the Champions League. Not a spot you'd ever expect to see City in. We've got 14 games left in our season, and if we lose a single other game now, it's going to be bad for us. Something really, really cool that they do in FIFA 23 now with the deadline day. Hey, do you mind? I'm literally trying to say something. Wolves, why do you keep trying to sign my players? Can you leave me alone, please? Something really, really cool is this rumors thing. The latest rumors. I just saw Robertson on the rumors list, and now he actually completed the move to Barcelona. Jordi Alba left to West Ham, and so now, I guess as a result, Liverpool had to lose the best left back in the game. One of the best left backs in the game. We actually have the best left back in the world. That's Joao Cancelo. But yeah, Robertson to Barca. Nuts signing. And I mean, these might come true, they might not. I don't know if they always do necessarily come true. What else am I seeing here? Jesus Ferreira making his way out of the United States, now moving to France to play in Lille. And it looks like, yes, indeed, that transfer rumor did come true. Joe Gomez to Inter, Miguel Almiron to Leicester. They are assembling a winning team, trying to get all kinds of stuff done. And Liverpool trying to sign some sort of replacement. Rumors for Jack Grealish to go back to Aston Villa. And we get the offer. Aston Villa want to sign him back. Are you joking? No, blocked. Get away from me. Not happening. Fun idea, though. That would have been cool to see him reunite with his old team. Wouldn't have been enough time anyway, so 1 hour left in deadline day. We're done with our business. Rafael Leao was in. Mahrez is out. Success. It is time for us to play Chelsea again. The last time we came up against them, it was a 3-2 loss. I remember that game. We got somebody suplexed. We conceded goals we shouldn't have conceded. We also got knocked out by them in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup in December when I played highlights, and they got a penalty in a weird corner at the 10-man situation. Anyways, we're now in world class, and I expect that this will be still a close game, a fun game, and if we lose this game, that would be terrible. So we gotta win. It's very, very important. Let's get out there and do exactly that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll out with our strongest starting 11. They've got Pulisic, Martinez, and Ziyech up top, Havertz and Mount in the midfield, Chilwell and James at fullback, and then Aspi, Koulibaly, and Thiago Silva, and Herdecki in between the sticks. Interesting, but let's get out there, world-class difficulty, and see if we can stomp Chelsea into the ground and get revenge for these couple of games we've had against them this season. The Etihad is ready. The trailer, the match trailer. I love these, actually. When there's a super big game, the hype is real. Boom, Haaland. Let's see you on the score sheet today, buddy. Just like they show up, right there. Let's have it happen. Okay, Chelsea versus Manchester City at the Etihad. Away we go. This should be a really fun game, but I want the dub today. Not messing around. Mason Mount getting a run clean through on goal. Finding Lautaro Martinez, and literally within 2 minutes, we are down a goal. Oh boy, we're playing on hard mode. Lautaro has a track record of scoring a bunch of goals against me. He scored both of the goals that knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. I don't remember if he scored in the first game we played at Stamford Bridge, but this is at least his third goal against us this season, and that is not good. We don't want him to keep doing that. De Bruyne over the top for Haaland. I'm just going to do that every time. As predictable as it might be, it's impossible to stop him. Except, Herdecki can make saves. He gets caught out at the back a lot. Oh, shoot. Speaking of caught out at the back, Phil Foden just clean through on goal here. Nobody can catch him. Take that finish, and we're back in the game. Phil Foden somehow got released by, who was that, Erling Haaland? I don't even know. I don't know how we got that run through on goal, but I am so glad we did. We needed that. Let's see what happened here. It won't show you. It was either Jude or Haaland that laid off that pass. I'm not sure, but Phil Foden, good finish, and we're back in the game. Bruyne can get a good delivery in here. Can. Goes back in for Haaland. Oh, it's 2-1. Jesus, man. Just get De Bruyne on the ball and get Haaland in the box, and it is guaranteed goals. It's 2-1, and Haaland does get that goal that the trailer showed him getting. Love it. Oh, the Etihad is bouncing now. Another thing I love about the camera angle, you can actually see like the stadium out there a little bit, which is cool. The atmosphere is so important. Oh my gosh, Havertz is through. Oh, big save by Ederson. I had to run him out there. I was holding Y. Oh yes, I like this football I'm seeing. Phil Foden, take that shot. Oh, it's 3-1. Phil Foden with a brace today. His finishing is actually nuts from that position, like in the half space inside the box, kind of. Oh, that was nuts finish. That was amazing. Just the finish from here. 0.2 expected goals. The angle, it's not even that hard of a spot to score from. It just looks so good. You can't score from that in other FIFAs. It's so much more realistic, the shooting. You can score from outside the box. You can score from the half space. You don't have to necessarily get a perfect tap in like I feel like you needed sometimes in FIFA 22, 21. This game is awesome. I complain about it a lot, but honestly, you just got to get past the fact that you just can't play this game the same way you do every other FIFA. Also, it helps that I turned down the difficulty. We'll turn it back up eventually. I just need to feel more comfortable in the game first. Okay, 30 minutes left. Let's bring on some subs. I want to try Leao on the right wing. I wonder how he'll do there. I also want to bring on John Stones for Laporte. He's looking a little bit tired, and we'll leave it at that for now. Haaland, I don't know if his stamina is low or if he just runs a lot, but he gets tired in all of these games, so I kind of want to bring on Alvarez, but like, I can't take off Haaland. And that's going to be it. A 3-1 win against Chelsea. They did look dangerous at times. They scored that early goal, but obviously the City way was superior today. A 3-1 victory. And we're back in action, baby. Oh, I actually take back what I said earlier. Joao Cancelo actually did get an assist today. I think he was the one that assisted the Haaland run or the Foden run. Whichever one was just that run through on goal that came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure he actually was the one that assisted that. Kyle Walker, both our fullbacks just doing amazingly. I love to see that. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave episode 6 here. I'm going to leave you in suspense for our Champions League draw. That is the next game we're going to be playing. I won't show it to you until the next episode. So if you're excited for that and you're ready to see us play some Champions League knockout stage football now that we're kind of back in form, make sure you show your support. Drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys for the next episode tomorrow, episode 7, the Champions League knockouts. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and peace.